Hi, my name is Generino. My friends call me Pastor G. I spent most of my adult life in full-time ministry, working at some of the most dynamic and impactful churches in the country. I got my start at Calvary Chapel, Fort Lauderdale, where we grew the church from 300 people to over 25,000 people in less than 15 years. That was an exciting time in my career, and I learned a lot. I've now retired, semi-retired, living in Tennessee. What I do now is it's kind of like a church consultant having to do with church growth and specializing in your digital footprint. I find that many times churches underutilize what's available to them in social media and in web presence. Most churches have everything on their website, and if it's not appealing to the visitor and giving them a clear path forward in their journey, everything else becomes noise and really in the way. Most websites and social media, church-oriented social media websites are dedicated to information that's important to the insiders in the church. And there's a different place for that. So when we align the social media with the website and an automated follow-up system, you can develop a real clear growth path. And typically the church can be behind the times, especially when it comes to technology. There was a point in time where all transactions were handled with cash. And then there was the newfangled thing called a check. And it took the church about 50 years to adopt the check. Let alone, I can recall being in a pastor's staff meeting in the 90s thinking, is it okay for pastors to have a cell phone? And imagine what a pastor would look like with a cell phone. Because up until that point, a cell phone, it was only for the ostentatiously rich people. So it was weird to think of a pastor walking around with a cell phone. But Nextel came out and we adopted. We eventually easily saw the value and benefit of it. But if you're not utilizing your digital footprint properly, it's like having a fully powered Tesla that you only use to listen to the radio. It can do a whole lot more, but you're not embracing it and utilizing it for what it can do. Now, there's a dignified and proper way for you to use social media and your web presence, and that's what I specialize in. So if you're interested in having me take a look at what you do digitally and see if there's a way that we can clarify that and make it better and develop a clear pathway for a visitor to go from a person scrolling online to a person checking out a live stream, to a person showing up at your front door, and then to follow up with them. A lot of times people will come as a first-time visitor, and that's the end of their journey with you. It's really in the follow-up that you find traction. So if any of this makes any sense to you, in the comments below, you can find a link that can book a quick 5-10 minute sort of walkthrough. We can create a Zoom call and get together and see how I can help you. God bless you, and thank you for listening to this.